With 110 inches of snow in Boston this spring, the MBTA has come to a dead end. Train service has been suspended for more than 24 hours twice in February after a series of epic snowstorms. Thousands of commuters stranded in a single-digit temperature for weeks. So what caused the problems we saw in the snow?
But it's a very big system and it's a very old system. So it needs a variety of capital investments that have or haven't been made over the past 50 years or so. And we're paying a price for that lack of investment.
The MBTA's funding comes from four main sources: dedicated sales tax, fares, local assessments, and state contract assistance. Since 2000, 70% of the sales tax are dedicated to fund the MBTA. As the largest investment for the system, it is far from enough to maintain the MBTA services.
The main cost drivers at the MBTA are the cost of employment and debt service. Another main expense at the MBTA is contracted services. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year on commuter rail.
Governor Charlie Baker announced a special panel in February of specialists in economic development, city planning, and transportation to review the core functions of the MBTA and come up with a plan to improve its services. Officials from the MBTA and the special panel declined to comment, saying it was premature to discuss any plan before final decisions are made. But what are some of the possible ways that we can fix the MBTA?
Primarily, this is a political problem. And, it shows the dysfunction of Massachusetts politics. They don't plan enough for the long term.
Political historian Tom Boland thinks the state government and legislators play the most important roles in fixing the MBTA. And the most effective way?
I would say raise the gas tax and take the revenue raised from the gas tax and dedicate that towards the T and from here on in terms of funding it and its upkeep and repair.
But with the funding it has now, how can the MBTA do a better job in managing its services?
So the first thing they need to do is they need to raise more funds and use them judiciously in regard to shoring up the system and making sure the system is stable. And actually try to change the culture at the MBTA. The culture has to be customer focused.
For BU News Service, I'm Jennifer Lee.